Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Good evening for some. This is Maggie, your fearless marketing coach. And today I have a pleasure to introduce to you very, very special guest. As you know, I am working with female entrepreneurs who were dreaming about moving their offline business online, but for many reasons, they are simply scared to do that. They didn't do it until now. Some are scared to show their face behind the brand. The others are frustrated with technology, and some simply don't know where to start. And I have invited Daria today to share with us her journey and her little fears that didn't stop her. She has developed beautifully and profoundly. So let me introduce Daria. I will read her bio, which is amazing, and you will see how fantastic woman she is. Daria is a physical, emotional, and spiritual energy coach. She is also an NLP practitioner, international best-selling co-author, motivational speaker, and ultimate joy broadcaster. She offers unique solution to mind, body, and soul healing. After many years of trials and errors on her own journey to heal from so-called incurable autoimmune diseases, she works now with ambitious entrepreneurs and business owners who from outside might look like they have it all. Only they, and maybe their closest family members and friends, know how it's not easy for them to tackle their business and family life, often feeling they should do better, they are not smart enough, flexible enough, good enough, you name it. And that prevents them from enjoying scaling their business, big style. And often it has the negative impact on their health and overall well-being. Daria helps her clients break the habit of being themselves in order to achieve their greatest desires so that they can create abundance, not only in their business, but in all areas in their life. I have to tell you that I have met Daria probably 10 months ago, as we have joined the same circle of trust and training. But we really get along during the process of writing the book under the title Wild Wild Women, when the book is right now best-selling on Amazon, and we have co-authored that book. And I was always amazed, with positive approach, with such an optimistic attitude that Daria has, with the joy that he's bursting, even though everybody else was really down and maybe not demotivated, but at some point we were really powerless. We were without energy. And Daria was always finding the good in the misery of the situation, and she was really motivating all of us. So welcome, Daria.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you. And today I wanted to discuss with you. I know that you've been fighting the fear of being visible, as I was fighting mine with Facebook Lives. And it seems like many people have it. So let me ask you, first of all, what kind of fear of visible was it for you? How did you experience
It made me really smile when you were talking about type of people who decided to take their offline business to online, and it might be this kind of or that kind of fear, that kind of. I found out all of them was me. I really didn't know where to start. I had no idea about technology because I didn't grow up like these days. This generation from 2 years old, they already know how to unlock mommy's telephone. So this was really a big challenge for me. And the one, as you said, to show our face behind our brand. On the picture, it wasn't a problem. To put my picture somewhere, I was okay with that. But to go live or to record a video and then put it out there, oh boy, was it a challenge.
So what were you scared specifically about?
Yeah, when I was thinking about it, what makes me to just really procrastinate, when I knew I have to do it, I would do zillion other things just to, make it as far away from me as I could. And I was thinking like, okay, what is it? What's the problem behind it? Why do I do it? Because once I start doing it, once I start recording and once I start talking, I really enjoy it. So I was thinking like, what is it behind that? What's that fear, or what is it? So I did kind of, my inner work on myself, and I found out actually that there was a big fear of being judged.
Mm.
Maybe some people wouldn't like me. So because I think we all look for being valued,
Yeah.
being good enough for anybody else. So it really needs to start from within, from ourselves. Because when we learn to love ourselves and learn that we are good enough and we are perfect in our imperfections, then everything gets much easier and it goes into flow then.
I think that what you have just mentioned, we are perfect in our imperfection. It was really also the big thing for me to allow myself actually to for this, because when I was starting, and even before, I was working in a corporate world, and I was consulting for big companies, and I was teaching them exactly the same things. But it is different thing to teach somebody to do it, and different thing to do it really. Yeah. So
Absolutely.
when I started to do, I wanted to be like all these big shots, the American or the British guys. I wanted to be like them, and I didn't even remembered that these guys are already years in the online business. They are already feeling completely comfortable, and I was trying to be like them.
And
So
also,
was it something
also,
like this for you?
well, as you said, now you were trying to be like them, but you are not them. You never can be like them. Even if you will do it 20 years, the thing they do, you are never going to be the same like them because you are you. You
Unique.
know,
We are
yeah,
unique.
once you realize that you are you and you don't need to pretend to be anybody else, you don't need to copy anybody else, because only when you are you, when you are yourself, then everything goes so easily, because you don't need to put any mask, you don't need to pretend, you don't need to perform, you just are you. And that, if you learn this, if you realize this, actually, if you learn to allow yourself to be you, then this is how I guess this is how it is. What people love on you, they love you. They don't love somebody to pretending to being somebody else. They love you as imperfect as you are, so there is no need to be perfect. Nobody is perfect, and everybody is perfect in their imperfections, so there is no need for that.
True, true, very true. And you remember just before the going live, I told you that I have my two dogs with me, and I'm a
Yeah.
little bit maybe not scared, but I can anticipate that at this time of the day they will be sleeping. But also it may happen that one of them will come here and will, be visible in the
There
screen.
we go, you see.
Exactly, but this is part of me. This is who I am, right? Uh,
Absolutely, yeah,
that's how.
it's part of your life, so there is no need to hide it or to just be scared that they are going to show up. Okay, another star on your screen, so
Exactly,
what?
exactly. Let them shine. But tell me. So, how did you break this? What made you really to say, okay, let's do it?
Yeah, you know what helped me was really when I realized that going live and talk to that camera, even though you don't see people there, it's different. You know, when I work, when I talk on the stage, then I know who I talk to. I know, I can see their reaction, so I can see, if I
The
need to adjust
people.
something there. But with the camera, it's totally different, isn't it? You
Yeah.
just talk to some technology, and it feels weird at the beginning. So maybe that's why it was like, you know, some people maybe don't like it because it really feels weird before you get used to it. But what helped me really was when I realized that it's actually not about me. It's about those people there, which I can help
Mhm.
by what I know, what I what I learned from my experiences, from my passion, and from things which I really love doing. I was I was hiding myself for such a long time because I was just scared to go live. And when I realized this, okay, Daria, don't be silly. This is not about you. Even if you don't look you're perfect, if your eyes are puffy or whatever, because it was my most, biggest excuse. Oh, my eyes are puffy. I can't go live
Not
like
today. Not today.
yeah. You know what? I really believe those people who need you at that moment, they don't care about your puffy eyes.
Yeah.
They care about what you're saying, what you have to tell them, what you have to share with them. So this really helped me to break this habit of being myself with puffy eyes.
Did you do it yourself with the inner work, or somebody like did you ask for the external help as well?
Well, I did it first with myself, and then I asked one of my colleague,
Mhm.
therapist and coach as well, to help me, because when you work on your inner self, as we talked before, it's not as profound results because we always have to be in our head
Yeah.
rather than let it go and just let those feelings and let your subconscious mind start talking to you. So yeah, I started first myself, and then I realized I need some help, even though I am really well trained,
Mm.
but it needed to be take from outside, somebody who can see it from different angle, different point of view,
Yeah.
and then really it started shifting.
Yeah, it was the same for me. I mean, I was trying to, since I was really, really scared, you remember that, and I have developed the process of pre-recording videos. I couldn't go live. I was absolutely scared with the Facebook Live. So I decided that I will harness first all the technology just to be, comfortable with this. I
Mhm.
will make sure that I will look nice, and I'm not worried about that. So that's really the last resort that remained during that training, was to go live. And when I ask for help, and I've heard like, girl, you have to do it, and you have to do it frequently, day after day or every other day, but not once a week. Once a week is not enough. You have to do it really frequently. Then, then it wasn't an issue, really. I did it, however, I did it first several times. I did it with in the group.
Mhm.
So that was safe audience. It didn't went public. And it is a difference. It is a difference to talk to your friends, to people who you know, than to talk to, the just the whole world.
Absolutely.
But I agree that building it step by step and asking for help, this is how you build your strength and your practice. And do you remember how long you kept yourself miserable in this?
Ooh, you know what? Well, good 10 months. Good 10 months.
10
Almost
months.
a year. Yeah, almost a year. Yeah.
For me, it was a little bit shorter, but
Oh, you are the braver one.
I am fearless, right?
Yeah.
But at least 6 months, at least.
Yeah.
And I know that I should have done it much earlier.
I didn't know it as well. I didn't know it all the time. I didn't know it. I need to do it because it's who we are, isn't it? And if you want to build business these days, online world is so crowded, so busy.
Yes.
So you have to show your face, because only from the picture which I did, it was good, but it doesn't show properly who you are. It doesn't show your soul properly,
It
because
doesn't
from
show
your
the
talking, from
emotion.
your speaking, exactly, from your interaction, when people start, and when those numbers start jumping up their life, and you can see, people are jumping on. Oh boy, at the beginning it was like, oh, somebody is here.
Yes, one is watching.
And now really, when I see those numbers jumping, it makes me excited.
Yeah.
It's like, yay, welcome here, and thank you for joining. And it's so powerful,
It
because
is.
now you can see how really stopped our business from growing, if you think about it, for all those months unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Because if it's not about you, it's about those people out there.
Yes, definitely. But we are, I mean, everybody is on the journey and we are cracking our own limitation in our own way. I mean, you have
That's right.
your way, I have my way. Um, but I think that I am proud, I'm proud of you and I'm happy that you
Oh,
are
thank you.
alive, because I'm watching it from time to time and
Oh, thank
definitely,
you.
yes, they are interested. It is interesting stuff. Um, so you mentioned that you realized when cracking it, you realized that it is not about you. It's about the viewers, and it's about the message. Anything else that's helped you? The external help as well.
Yeah, yeah, the external help as well, yeah. Because we can do it ourselves, to overcome any fear to some point. But to clear it fully, as I said, I think we need the professional who can go deeper into those, limiting beliefs and suppressed emotions that create usually these fears, you see, like fear of being judged. I have no idea where did I get it from. I
Yeah.
was always a person, as you said, always full of positivity, and spread. I'm really the joy broadcaster, because that's my passion, that's my mission. My mission is to feel joyful, to feel really really great in my life, and to spread it all over, because I want other people feel like this as well.
And you
So
have no fear of speaking publicly. You love to be on stage.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
So this was really weird. As I said at the beginning, this was weird. And when, when the therapy, when actually came up that it was fear of being judged, I thought, like, if you think about it, being on the stage for some people would be even worse, because
For
those
most
people
of
you
them,
can
it will
hear
be
in
worse.
front of you.
For most of them, because most will not come on the stage. Come on.
I love it on the stage. I really enjoy talking on the stage. So this really, to talk to that little dot, that camera, it really made it got me.
But in the beginning, I really it take me time to get used to speak to the little dot. And in the beginning, what I did, I used the post-it card, the little
Uh-huh.
yellow card, and I draw a human face, little
Yeah,
face with, and I just put it on the camera. So I
right.
was speaking actually to somebody.
That's a good idea as well. Yeah.
Yes. Not to the dot, because speaking to the dot is really strange. And even now when we are talking, um, I would prefer to look at you, not to the
Exactly,
dot.
exactly. The same here. Yeah. I would like to look at you,
Yes,
but I know it
yes,
will look weird when
yes,
when
yes,
when you look at me. You will see, like, where are you looking? I'm here.
yes, exactly. But you learn these things along the process, so it's fine.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm looking just into my notes. Um, Anything you would like to recommend? I mean, the words of wisdom from Daria to the world, to the group of people who are still, sitting scared and procrastinating and have all these unhealthy beliefs in their mind. what would you tell them?
Well, what I tell to my clients when they come with problem like this, then I always tell them the first thing which is necessary is to start loving yourself as you are, with all those perfect imperfections, as we talked about. Because if we, and as we grow, we learn all those limiting beliefs, within our age between 2 and 7 years old. So it's not anybody's fault the way they are. It's just how the life, formed them in the person that they are now. So what I would really recommend is start working on themselves, and that fear will go. And if they find out, as we did, and it's not as easy always, sometimes it can be just something little, so it can be easy, but most of the time it's something really deep within which needs to be worked with. And I would really recommend to ask for help. There is nothing wrong on it. There is nothing to be ashamed if you need help. It's the way we are, and it's the way how it works in these days world. you know I really like the somebody compare, like in a, I don't know, 90s, all American celebrity had their psychiatrist, right?
Yes.
These days all successful people have their coach or their therapist.
It's normal, yes.
It's normal. Yeah, it's normal, because we are so busy these days that we forget about ourselves in order to just sort out everything around, sort our business, sort our family, to just be perfect for everybody else. But first, when we love ourselves, then we learn that put ourselves first. When we learn to put ourselves first, then life starts to be easy, and we learn to just let go of all of those fears, of being visible or being judged. All these limiting beliefs are so deeply embedded in our subconscious mind that it's well worth it to just ask for help. That's my recommendation, definitely.
That's a beautiful words of wisdom, and I think that I agree with what you have said. And I am amazed, being also NLP master and practitioner. I have to tell that cracking these limiting beliefs, this is really not long process. Something that you have embedded for years could be reversed really, really quickly. So thank you very much for our conversation. I think it was very, very interesting and also joyful, as as always with you.
Thank,
um,
thank you for having me, Maggie.
yes,
Really.
and everyone who is watching us, I would like you to invite to my Facebook group. It's a free community where we support people who feel scared, who feel self-doubts, who feel frustrated maybe with technology or with marketing or with your mindset. The group is called Fearless, Unstoppable, Prosperous, and you can find it easily on Facebook. So thank you very much. Thank you, Daria, for being here with us. And everybody have a lovely rest of a week, a rest of a day. Feel joyful. Bye.
Bye.